Hello students, in the previous video we started with a new chapter, that is complex number, and in that we studied what do you mean by complex number and what are all things is essential for a complex number, and we studied an important is that every real number is a complex number, and we studied along with this algebra of complex number, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now in this video we will develop our theory in complex number, that is problems based on it. So before solving problem, I want to give few notes to you people which will help you to solve any problem in complex number effectively. So in the previous video I told you about I, yeah. So that what I want to say to you is, we know that, okay, I, it is iota, is root of minus 1. Yes, it is root of minus 1. Now, what do you mean by I square? I square is nothing but root of minus 1 the whole square. Yes, with this I cancel square root and square, and I can say I square is minus 1. Okay, with this I can say I square answer is minus 1. That you studied with I equals to root of minus 1. Now how to find IQ? What is IQ answer? What I will do here is, I know that a power m plus n calculated as a power m into a power n. Yes. One more thing is a power m whole power m is a power mn, right? Therefore, what we will do here is, I'll write I cube as I square into I. What is I square answer? I square answer is minus 1 into I. With this I got to know I cube answer plus into minus minus I. Okay? Yes or no? So this is the way I can develop my theories. Next, I'll go for the I raised to 4. What is I raised to 4? I'll write it as I square into I square. Because a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. 2 plus 2 is 4. So I square is minus 1. One more I square is minus 1. So here, right here minus I write. So minus minus becomes plus is 1. So one more note for me is I raised to 4 is equal to 1. Okay. Next, how do we develop the next ideas? Similarly, we can go for the higher end, provided if you know the back end work properly. I will tell you how. I raised to 5 is nothing but I raised to 4 into I. I know I raised to 4 as plus 1, so 1 into I. It is I, therefore I raised to 5 is equal to 1. That is, sorry, 1 into I. Okay. Now, the normal question comes in our mind. We all know A. We all know A. So what do we do in A? We want one A. So now, what do you mean by I? What do you mean by I? It is nothing but 1 upon I. But here, I is in the denominator. Usually in complex number, the standard form is I is always in a top position, that is, it is in the numerator. How to make it possible? So what I will do, I'll do it rationalization. I'll numerate and divide numerator by I. Therefore, what will happen? It is I upon I square, which is I divided by minus 1. It is minus I. Therefore, I the inverse is minus I. This thing you keep in mind. Okay? It is possible because of the back end work we did. Okay. Then similarly, if you have I minus, so what you do here is write it 1 by I square. Okay? I know I answer root minus 1. If I keep as it is, it comes as a 1 divided by root of minus 1. Again, it left me with in a confusion. So that's a rationale. But here, in this case, I know numerical value of I square. I square is minus 1. Therefore, 1 divided by minus 1 is minus 1. Therefore, I square is minus 1. Okay. Similarly, easily we can develop our theories. Okay. So if I take I to the power minus 3, you write it as 1 divided by I cube. So 1 divided by I cube can be written as I square into I. Yes. Therefore, the right 1 divided by I square is minus 1 into I. Okay. So now you got this expression, that is I to the power minus 3 is equal to 1 upon minus I. So now what I do, I write minus as it is 1 by I and multiply by I divided by I. Okay. So next what I have minus I into 1 is I divided by I into I is I square, right? Then if minus I as it is, I square is minus 1. Plus, this is 1, okay? We left with I. Therefore, I raised to minus 3 is nothing but I. So, these all things you just take care, so that when I develop my next problem, it is easy to solve problems, so that you should never face any problem in solving problems. So, what I took is initially I have taken I as a under root minus 1. With this I have developed theories like I square is minus 1 by squaring both sides, and I cube is minus I raised to 4 is 1, then I raised to 5 is I, then I have so on. It is I raised to 6, I raised to 7, I raised to 99, I raised to 100. It all depends on the way you will manage. Okay, what is the way you will manage? So some easy method will give you easiest answer. Okay, so it's all depend on what way you have, okay, to prove the answer. So just I have a curiosity. What if I write like this? Okay, what if I write like this? I raised to 100. Let me okay, I'll do here one work. Just I want your involvement. What is the answer of I raised to 100? How to find the answer of I raised to 100? Is that any way? Now, how to find I raised to 100 is I to the power 100, okay, can be written as I power 4 to the power 100, right? Sorry, 25. Because I know that a power m can be written as a power m whole raised to m. 25 4 is 100. Now, I raised to 4. I raised to 4 is 1. It is nothing but 1 raised to 25. What is 1 raised to 1? Therefore, in this way, if you know such thing clearly, that is, if you know all these things perfectly, you will manage higher end problems. All you need is basic. Okay? So, I raised to 100, I know 25 for the, or you will add 25 for the also. But I don't know I raised to 25 right now. I need to calculate. So, I know I raised to 4. It is 1, so 1 times of 25 is 1. Okay? So, this is the way we can manage all this result. So, just note down all these things. I'll give 1 minute time. So, please fastly you just note down these things, so that when I will explain the next idea, it's easy to you. Okay? So, let me recollect. I cube answer is minus I. Then I raised to 4 answer is plus 1. I raised to 5 answer is I. Then I raised to 6 you can find. I raised to 7 you can find. I inverse is minus I minus 2, I to the power minus 2 is minus 1, I to the power minus 3 is what we prove is I. Similarly, you can prove I power minus 4, etc., etc. Okay, so we can give one note in a easiest way, so that we can manage all these things. Please. in general, in general, for any integer k, for any integer k, okay, I power 4k is 1, I power 4k plus 1 is equal to plus I power 4k plus 2 is equal to minus 1, and I power 4k plus 3 is equal to minus I. These things please keep in mind. It will very important to make it to this case. So this what I have written is the generalization of this series what we developed. I power 4k is plus 1, I power 4k plus 1 is I power 4k plus 2 is minus 1, and I power 4k plus 3 is minus I. All these things plays a vital role in proving all this result. Okay, all you need is your idea, your strong theory in that. Okay, so let's move on to the problems based on. So before proving problem, I want to recall that is I power 4k is plus 1, I power 4k plus 1 is plus I power 4k plus 2 is minus 1, and I power 4k plus 3 is minus I. So these all things I want to tell you people. Now, I want to give you may take it as a note or what, it's up to you. I want to tell you one important idea to people. That idea is, see, we all know that root AB is equal to root A into root B for positive real numbers A and B, because we know root 4 into root 5 is root 10. Why means we can say both are positive real number. What if both are negative like this? Is that possible to write in the same way? Is it possible? Is that possible? Because I just told plus plus for both plus plus. What if both are negative? Is it again root of minus 2 into minus 1? And is it give 10? Is it true? This is my question. The big question from my side. Is that possible? If yes, I need your reply to it. If no, also I need your reply. Just think on it. Is it possible? One thing always keep in my mind, dear student. This is a true fact. What I have written, you all know. For time being, I will consider minus 1. Okay? What we will do here is, instead of this, we will take 1. Okay? So 1 can be written as root of, okay, 1. Yes? Now, this 1 can be written as minus 1 into minus 1, right? Now, think that root AB equal to root A, root B. Here also, where I told A and B are positive real number. Think that root AB equal to root A, root B for A is negative as well as B negative. Think, if I assume that this result is true for positive as well as negative real number, I will proceed now. What will happen? Then it will become minus 1 into minus 1. Yes. Now I told this quantity as well as this quantity. This is nothing but I into root minus 1 is I. So I into I is I square. And you know I square answer is minus 1. Is 1 equal to minus 1? If you agree 1 equal to minus 1, we need to change every theory so far we discussed in mathematics. Long back, long 1000 years ago, we developed many theorems in mathematics, many things. With that, we have to change now because of this result. With this, I can say root AB equal to root A root B for positive real number is true. But root AB equal to root A into root B for negative real numbers is not true. The proof is in front of you. We took help of a complex number. What help we took? We defined this as an I into I. That is I square. We know I square answer is minus 1. Okay, therefore I got the conclusion at 1 equal to minus 1, which is not true. So what I have done here, I have taken 1 as a root 1. I have written 1 as a minus 1 into minus 1. Then I have considered that this true for negative numbers also. Therefore I have written here, sorry, root of minus 1 into root of minus 1. Then I have taken I and both become I square, which is minus 1, which is not possible. Because I know that I is the root of minus 1. When you take square, it becomes minus 1, which is not possible. Okay, it is not valid for negative real numbers for both A and B. Okay, that you think. Now I will give one exercise just to think whether it is valid for one positive, one negative. Say for example, root A equal to root A into root B. Whether it is valid for A more than 0, B less than 0, or A less than 0, B more than 0. Just think on it. Understood? So it's all depends on how you will develop your theory. Now this is the content I want to tell you. Now based on this content, let me discuss few problems, okay, which helps you a lot in your future theories. Okay, so let's discuss one by one problems. What is given question is, express the following in the form of complex number. Express following in the form of complex number. So they have given few questions. Let me discuss one by one. The very first thing is minus 5i, okay, into 1 by 8i. Now you may ask the question, it is already in complex form, why need to change? Complex form means what? It should come in this type. Okay, suppose if it comes only a, then also we can write it as a plus I0. Okay, so that is called as complex form. Here there is no plus sign, so what I will do here is I will multiply this thing. Just observe carefully. This all question comes under 1 marks category. So though it looks simple, but sometimes you will lose marks because of the sign schemes you will use in that. Okay. So what I will do here is minus 5 into 1 by 8. It is minus 5 by 8. Right? No doubt in that. Then I into I. So I write I square. So next I write minus 5 by 8 into I square is minus, right? Now minus becomes plus 5 by 8. They expect me to express in a complex number. I write it as 5 by 8 plus I into 8. This is the complex form of a given question. Minus 5i times 1 by 8i. So what I did? I did numbers one side, it is minus 5 by 8. Then I multiplied I with I, it is I square. I know that I square answer is minus 1. So then I multiplied minus minus. So it becomes plus 5 by 8. Though they expect me to express in a complex, therefore it is 5 by 8 plus I times of 0. Okay. So that is question number 1. So let's move on to the next question. The second question they expect me to express in a complex number is minus I, okay, into 2i minus 1 by 8 I times, that is minus 1 by 8 times I cube. A bit huge number, but we can make it simple by the theory we discussed in our previous ideas. So that we will discuss now. So what I will do here is, first of all, I will make plus into minus. Okay, this minus 2 plus 2 into minus 1. Then I into I, that is I square, right? Right, finished. Then I'll write it as a minus 1 by 8 cube. Okay, into I cube. Fine. Then I'll write it as a minus 2 I square is minus 1 into minus 1 cube is minus 1 8 cube. Okay, so 8 cube means 8 square into 8. So 8 square is 64. So 64 8s are, it is around 512, right? Yes, fine. Now you left with I cube. So what I will do, I'll write it as an I square into I. Okay, now I'll write it as a minus minus plus, plus into minus minus. Okay, it is nothing but 2 divided by 512 into I square is minus 1 into I. Okay, so when you will simplify, it is minus 2 by 512 I. Okay, 2 ones are 256. It is minus 1 divided by 256 times I. I need to express it in a complex form. Therefore, the required complex form is 0 minus, or you may write 0 plus, okay, I times of minus 1 divided by 256. So this is the detailed complex form of the given question. That is, it is nothing but I by 256. Might we got some, okay, it's nothing but I square. It is nothing but 2I. Let me check once again. It is plus into 2, okay. So minus 2 I into I square. It is nothing but minus 1 by 8 cube. It is nothing but minus 1 cube. Okay, so minus 1. Let me take, it is 8 cube. Then it is I square into I. So I square is minus 1. So it becomes minus minus plus into minus. Sorry, minus it is, I am extremely sorry. Minus plus into minus. 2 divided by 512. So I square is minus 1 into I. So it becomes minus now plus. Okay, 2 by 512 by I. It is plus. Okay, at the end plus. I am extremely sorry. I have missed it here. Then I need to write minus plus into minus, which I have written plus. Okay, I am extremely sorry for that. So minus become plus. This 2 divided by 512 times I. So 2 ones are 256 times I. So they expect me to write in a complex form, let 0 plus I times of 1 by 256. So that is the complex form of a given particular question. Okay, so we express it in a 0 plus I times of 1 by 256. We discuss now the next question. We will move on to the next question in a systematic way. All you need take much care about minus, otherwise you will commit mistake, which I did right now. Okay. Now another question is 5I. Okay, times minus 3 by 5I. 5I times minus 3 by 5. I need to express it in a complex form. So what we'll do here is, first of all, we'll multiply this 5 into minus 3, minus 15 divided by 5. Okay. Then I into I is I square, right? So that become 5 1 5 3 it is minus 3. Okay, I square is minus 1. So your answer is plus 3. So we got 5I times minus 3 by 5. I answer as plus 3 after simplification. Okay. We'll go to the next question. The next question is express following question in complex form. So all you need here is they expect me to write in a complex form. So I will write it as 3 plus I times of. Okay. Now the very next question is I raised to 9 plus I raised to 90. Now this is the next question. That's a challenge, big challenge. I raised to 9 plus I raised to 90. How to take care of this question? So we know a bit higher end problems. Okay. So what if I write like this? If I write like this, I raised to 4 square into I, because a raised to m, 4 2s are 8. Okay. Plus we know IQ. Okay. IQ times 6 into 6 3s are 18 into. So what will happen here is I raised to 4 can be written as, okay, it is nothing but I square the square, okay, the whole square, right? Correct? Into I cube can be written as I square into I to the power, okay, 6 into I, right? So we know that I square is minus 1. Okay, it is minus 1 square the whole square into I, right? Plus I square is minus 1. Minus 1 into I is minus I is to 6 into I. Next what we will do is I square is minus 1. It is minus 1 square is plus 1. Plus 1 the square is 1. 1 into I is I. Okay. Then we will write plus. It is minus 1 raised to 6 is plus 1. So I will write it as a I raised to 6 into I. That is, it becomes I raised to 7. Okay. Next what I will do in this case, I will write it as a I. Okay. Plus I will write it as a I raised to 4 into I cube, right? Because a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. So we'll write it as I plus I raised to 4 can be written as, if you know answer directly, it is I square the whole square, okay, into I square times I. Okay, this is, don't confuse with this. This I square into I. So which is nothing but I plus, okay, I square is minus 1. Okay, minus 1 the square is plus 1 into I square is minus 1. So minus 1 into I is minus 1. So it is nothing but I minus I. Your answer is 0. So the answer for I raised to 9 plus I raised to 19. Suppose if you have I raised to 4 answer directly, not a issue in that, just replace it so that you can avoid this step. Similarly, if you know this answer quickly, write it directly, not a issue in that. Okay, but a simplified step by step. So I raised to 9 plus I raised to 19. The answer for this question is, that is 0. Now they expect me to express this question in a complex number. Therefore, I will write this as 0 plus I times of 0. Okay, so it is nothing but 0 plus I times of 0. So let's move on to the next question. similarly, they have given a series of questions in your exercise. So please show interest in solving such questions. Okay, it plays a major role for your future things. So the next question they have given is 3 times of 7 plus I7. Okay. Plus I times of 7 plus I7. Now you may ask the question, it is already A plus IB form. Why we need to simplify? The thing is, whenever you write complex number, no, A plus I into B, that A and B should be a real number, but this is not a real number, it's a complex number. So I need to simplify it. So for simplification, I will multiply 3 sevens are 21, then again 21I, then 7I, then I into I is I square is minus 1, it is minus 7. Okay, so when you simplify it, 21 minus 7, it is 14 plus 21I plus 7I, I is common, it is 28I. So I express it here, it's purely real part, imaginary part, both are real numbers. Okay, so express a complex number in such a way that real part, imaginary part should contain real numbers. So here you may ask the question, it's a real part, imaginary part, if you consider this is not a complex number, this is not a real number. That thing you need to take care at most. Okay, so that's the answer, 14 plus 28R. Okay, this is the answer for this particular question. Like this, they have given many questions. It's all your wish to solve this question. I'll take one more so that you get the idea. It is 1 by 5 plus I times of 2 by 5. Okay, minus 4 plus I times of 5 by 2. So this question answer I need. So again it's a question to express it in a complex number. So what we'll do here is I'll take 1 by 5 plus I times of 2 by 5 minus 4 minus into plus minus I times of 5 by 2. Okay, so it is nothing but 1 by 5 minus 4. I'll make real part 1 more, and I is common, it is 2 by 5 minus 5 by 2, right? So it is nothing but 5 fours are 20, 1 minus 20 is minus 19, it divided by 5 plus I, here LCM is 10, so 5 2s are means 4, 2 5 means it is 25. So when you simplify it, you will get minus 19 by 5. Okay, so plus I times minus 51 upon 7. So this is the simplified answer of this particular question. That is question number. In the exercise, if you observe, you get minus 19 by 5 plus I times of minus 21 by 10. Okay. Now we will discuss again few interesting questions based on the complex number. So that is express following in the form of complex number. Okay, we have given few questions. So let me discuss one by one. We all know many results. Okay, see, they expect another question to be expressed in the form of complex number 2 plus I the whole square. They want me to express this. What we will do here is, we know that a plus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square, a plus b the whole cube, a minus b the whole cube, that all result we know. So we will simply take, okay, it is a. So a square plus 2 a b plus b square. Okay, it is nothing but 4 plus 4I square is minus 1. Yes. So we got to know 4 minus 1 is 3 plus 4I. Therefore 2 plus I whole square, when I simplify based on a plus b the whole square, the resultant complex form of that is 3 plus 4i. You just take 4 minus 1 is 3 plus 4i. Similarly, another question we have given, minus 5 plus 2i the whole square. Again, what you will do here is a plus b the whole square only will get a square, okay, plus 2 into a into b. Okay, we take b as a 2i plus b square, that is 2i the whole square. So when we expand this, it becomes 25. Okay, plus into minus minus, 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20, so it is 20i plus 4 into 2 square is 4, I square is minus 1. So when you take 25 minus 20i minus 4, so 25 minus 24, 4 is 21 minus 20i. So that is the complex form of given question. So I simply express it in a plus b the whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square, then I do a square, that is 25. So plus into minus minus, 5 to the 10, 10 to the 20, I plus 2 square is 4, I square is minus 1, 25 minus 20i minus 4, so it is 25 minus 4 is 21 minus 20i. So this is a simplified form of a given question in a complex form. So we have another few questions, so let me discuss, and in upcoming video we will discuss few ideas. Okay. So the very next question is a minus b cube. They have given express following in the form of complex number, and the question is 5 minus 3i the whole cube. Okay, 5 minus 3i the whole cube. They expect me to express this in a more complex form. Now we all know that a minus b cube formula. Yes. So we can write it as a minus b the whole square into a minus b, right? Then if you expand this, it becomes a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? Into a minus b. Then it is nothing but a cube minus a square b minus 2a square b, okay, plus 2ab square, right, plus ab square minus b cube. So when we take here then a cube, okay, minus a square b minus 2a square b is 3a square b, okay, 2ab square plus ab square is 3ab square, okay, minus b cube. Okay, in some time what we will do, we will write it as a cube minus 3ab will take common, and we will write it as a minus b. Am I right? Because it is minus 3a square b, minus minus become plus 3ab square minus b cube. So we can write it in a very simple format. A cube minus b cube is a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square, okay, minus b cube. That thing we know. Simply we will put this term in this place, and let me bring it in a detailed complex form. Therefore, I write it as that 5 minus 3i the whole cube, which is nothing but 5 cube minus 3 times of 5 square b is, I take 3i, so we are writing a minus b the whole cube, plus 3a b square, b is nothing but 3i the whole square minus b is 3i the cube. Am I right? So 5 cube 125 minus 3 into 25 into 3i plus 5 3s are 15, 15 45. Okay, sorry, it is nothing but 5 3s are 15 into 3 square is 9. Okay, I square is minus, that is very important, minus 3 cube is nothing but 27. I cube, if I don't know, I write it as a square into t, it is I square into I, that is split. So it becomes 125. Okay, 25 3s are 75, then it is nothing but 75 3s are. Okay, it is nothing but 150 plus 75, I guess it is 225. Yes, it is 225, it is 225 I. Okay, so 15 9s are, 15 9s are is nothing but it is 135, plus into minus minus, it is 135. So minus 27, I square is minus 1 into I. It is nothing but 125 minus 225 I minus 135 minus minus becomes plus, it is 27 I. Okay, when you simplify this thing, so it is 125, I'll bring 125 minus 125 one side, it's a constant term. So if I take minus common, or if I write plus only, so it becomes 27 minus 225 I. Okay, so this is a complex form of this particular question. So it gives me around 188 and 27. So it is nothing but 178, right? So almost this fetch me almost in negative way. So 178 and 27. So I want 225. So it is nothing but 198 and 27. So 225, so 198 I am getting here. So 125 minus 135 minus 30, and it is fetching me answer of minus 198. Okay, so this is the detailed complex form of this particular question, that is minus 10 plus 198I, or if you want, you may write this thing as minus 10 plus into minus minus 198I. Thus we expressed given cubic question also in the complex form. Refer the exercise question and solve all questions systematic way. Okay, because now onwards I plan to give exercise questions only as an assignment, so you be ready with this all these things. Okay, don't say every time that don't wait for my reply. Okay, it's all up to you. So just take care of all these things. They are all very simple questions. All you need is a basic foundation, very strong. So how we got systematically? So that's why we got all these things in a systematic way. In the next session, I'll come up with few problems, and plus I will start with a modulus and argument of a complex number. And once it finished, almost we will done with the complex number. We'll discuss problems based on this.